Good morning, everybody. It's Jen again. I just realized I'm in the same shirt as the last video I filmed for y'all where I was updating y'all on everything that's happening. It's a different day. We're heading to work again today. Same shirt. I just don't have that many summer shirts. Like, I'm already ready for comfy sweaters. Like, I want the warm weather, but I also want my comfy sweaters. Like, I don't do the cold. But anyway, I'm fixing to head into work. I thought I'd talk at y'all while I head in because we had a little bit of a crazy weekend. Yeah, I got woke up at like in the middle of the night with my next door neighbor's house in flames. So let me get out on the road and we'll talk about that in a little bit because I kind of had a revelation, an epiphany with that, if you will, but I don't know, maybe I just want to talk it out. But let me get out on the road because I'm pushing close to time today, and I'll be right back with you. All right, we're on down the road, and I just realized I forgot to make me up a tea to take with me today to drink on, an iced tea. But, you know, compared to everything else, that's a very minor whiny butt problem. But it does make me sad. Oh well, the tea will be there waiting on me. I was excited. I made it with some chocolate mint from my garden. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, so happy Monday morning. Doesn't the weekend always fly by fast? But I wanted to tell y'all about, so it was Friday night / Saturday morning. I get woke up out of a dead sleep. I couldn't tell you the exact time, between like 2 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. So I was like out. And I get woke up by my dad, and he's like, you know, you need to get up. Police just came to the door. Our neighbor's house is on fire. And they said you probably want to get some stuff together in case we have to have y'all evacuate. Because it's been very dry. There's trees everywhere. I know our backyard's just grown up all to pieces, which I guess they're not like, they're our next door neighbors, but like we own a full lot. So like where our house is and then the backyard and then the lots next to us are split. So there's a house in the front that's directly beside us and then a house in the back right beside our backyard, which is catty corner to us and very close to our house. Like we have very small lots where I live. We don't even have a full acre or nothing. It's just a small yard, right? But between us and them is a very short distance, and there's a lot of overgrowth and stuff that planning on landscaping and stuff at the end of this season just to have more land we can grow on. But whole no story, whole no day. So it's just right there, and it's been real dry. And it's very steep where I live, so they're like up above like our roof, if that makes sense. And they were really worried that the fire was gonna light on those trees and then come down into us and the other neighbor's yard. And there's also 2 or 3 houses back there right beside them. So, and I tell y'all what, where that house is, it's a wonder it got called in, period, to be honest with you, because you can't see it from the road. Like, we're way up nowhere, right? You can't see it from the road. They're like really way up nowhere. There ain't that many people out there. It's in the dead middle of the night, and I know, Lord of mercy, that I was dead asleep. I didn't even hear the police knock on the door. Thank goodness. My dad heard it. He said he heard it on the second time. He said he heard somebody beating on the door. And where we live, I live in a really rough area. He was like, what is going on? And he got up and heard somebody say, you know, police officer. And we actually saw him on the security camera afterwards, and he was looking all in our windows, and I'm sure just trying to scope it out. Because like I said, I live in a rough area. There's a lot of us that aren't rough in the area, but it just takes, you know, a few, right? And looking at all my plants and stuff. But so I'm like dead sleep. I'm, you know, I don't know where I'm at. And that house, y'all, it was full blazing. It'd probably been burning for a hot minute. Well, I don't mean that as a pun or anything, just as an expression, because it's nothing to joke about. But it'd probably been burning for quite a while before anybody even called it in. Because like I say, nobody's up there. And the police had the road blocked off, because it's like, I call it a road, but it's kind of like a glorified driveway to get up back where our houses are. And there's no fire hydrant or anything. And let me tell y'all what, like, I had respect for firefighters before, and I just got like 1,000 times more respect for them now, especially in my area, because I don't even think most of them are paid. I think they're volunteers, and they had to run that fire hose blocks up there. And it's up, like I said, in the middle of nowhere. I don't really know how to describe it unless you've lived out in like Nowheresville. But they had to run it up there and up this hill, which I don't even know how they got the fire trucks up there, y'all. They got it, I think, within about a block of it. And I mean, they just, I don't know. I was just thinking about all the knowledge you have to know how to collapse that house in safely. And I mean, they were fighting that thing. I said, I got woke up a little after 2, and their trucks didn't move out, I don't think, till a little after 5, because I wasn't about to go back to sleep, because, you know, I was thinking I was going to get woke up again. So there wasn't no point. And I was thinking, okay, we got to be ready to move these cats, you know, and everything. And them guys getting woke up in the middle of the night, getting there and taking care of business. He said probably not even getting paid nothing for it. Like somebody's property they don't even know. Like getting in there, putting themselves at risk. I just got mad respect for firefighters. Like I had it before, but it is just even more so now. I just can't imagine. I seen a couple of them pull up in front of our yard. It's like I said, we're in kind of the front lot. They pulled up in front of our yard in like a rescue truck. And buddy, they're out there getting out of the trunk of their car and getting changed into their, I don't know what you call them, but like the firefighter outfits, the, you know, thick firefighter outfits, like right there in the road and running up there and getting to it. And it was crazy. It was a miracle. Well, we didn't have any, the fire didn't get to our house, thankfully. We got some pretty bad smoke damage on one of our storage buildings that was right next to their house, which, you know, whatever. And I don't know, it's a miracle it didn't get to our house, because our yard is just full of like black leaves and ashes. Like my car has ashes all over it, and I think it was just one of those, the dew had already set on and everything. And I'm not even going to pretend to be smart enough to know anything about it, but it's a miracle it didn't hit us, and especially our neighbor that is the front lot in front of them. So I guess I'm explaining that. Okay, think of it like a square split into 4 equal pieces. Our house in our backyard is half the square, and then the other 2 pieces of the square is the neighbor right beside us in the front lot, and then the house that was on fire catty corner to our, like, in the back, if that makes sense. So this morning we looked up there ain't nothing of that house left. It's just like part of the frame standing up, and it was still smoldering and just smoking this morning, or that morning. I really hope nobody was in there. I did see an ambulance. It's just crazy, y'all. Things can just change and turn. I mean, what, a flip of a dime and turn. I forget the saying right now. It's Monday morning, but I mean, ain't never been a fire. Well, I think that there ain't been a fire in my neighborhood since I was elementary, middle school, and that turned out to be an insurance scam thing. But that's just scary as crap. And I guess that's one revelation, is just things can turn that quick. In The second one was when they told us to start getting some stuff together in case we had to evacuate. I started thinking about all the things I need to pack up and fling in the car and whatever. And, you know, I just thought my cats and a couple changes of clothes, my phone and my purse. That's really all I need. Everything else was replaceable. And that just like, was like, y'all, some of y'all may remember, I think I have a whole daggone old series on this channel where I kind of worked on my office and took it from like hoarder level to something more manageable. And it, you know, we work on it all the time. But we still have problems with, you know, junk piling in the house. I think part of that is I want to like save all these things, and we're just frugal people, and we save things like we might need to use it, especially in this day and time. But it just kind of blew my mind that everything else, I was just like, that can go. Like, it's not important. Are there some things that I'd be bummed if they had got, you know, burnt up or something like that? Yeah. I mean, especially like some old photos, things like that, you know, and maybe some things that like I've built with my dad. But I had no, it was like cats, couple things of clothes, phone and purse. If I have those, I'm good to go, you know. And it also made me think about how many carriers I have, to make sure that if an event does happen, that I can get the cats where they need to be quickly. But yeah, that was just kind of a big revelation to me, because I used to be just so attached to stuff, and stuff just has so much sentimental value. And like I say, I would be bummed if sorry, there's a car with their blinkers on and half in the road. I would be bummed if some of those things were destroyed, but that was it. And I just I was trying to like force myself to think of other things that I need to take. I mean, I couldn't think of any. So that's kind of a revelation for me as I go forward, you know, keeping my house in a way that is just better, because I've been overwhelmed with things like I told y'all lately, and the house has gotten a little gommed up, and I really enjoy the house when it just is, you know, clean and nice and not, you know, all gommed. And those y'all that aren't Appalachian, gommed is like a mess, I guess is the best way to describe it. A gom can be a few things, but I don't know, that was a huge thing for me. And again, I just hope nobody was in that house. I don't know what's going on. That feller was driving in the wrong lane, like he was in England or something. Like I said, life can turn on a dime, but it definitely made me rethink some stuff. And I don't know. Have y'all been in a similar situation? Like, I don't know. So, main things to take away from the video: firefighters are like superheroes. Mad respect. Life can turn on a dime, and in times like that, you kind of see what's important to you, and things you thought you need to keep around and fool with. Maybe you don't really need to keep those things around and fool with, because when it comes down to it, it's all replaceable, and it's not that important. And maybe it's just things you have that are just causing you extra stress and grief, and you don't need it, because they can be gone in an instant, you know? I don't know. That was kind of a moment for me that I really wanted to think about. But thank y'all so much for sitting here and listening to me ramble and go on. I'm going to get to it, and I will see y'all here hopefully soon with something else. Bye, guys.